What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live video. It's Jose Rodriguez back with another one. I'm going to be doing these videos daily. Want to give a quick shout out to the Built from Pain movement. That's my personal movement that I have going on right now. I run it. I have a lot of high level individuals that are improving their lives and leveling up every single fucking day. The link is going to be in the description. Highly recommend you guys check it out. Moving forth, I named this video or this live A Man's Will, and it's for a reason. You see, every single day you have an opportunity when you wake up as a man. Okay, I'm going to paint this picture for you guys in a way where you would understand it. You see, as time has moved on, right? 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago, whatever the fuck the case is, or even thousands of years ago, right? We were in a place where the resources that we have now weren't as abundant. Meaning what? Meaning that you couldn't just go to the grocery store and buy whatever the fuck it is that you want to buy. Now everything is so accessible. You order DoorDash, you don't even have to go anywhere. They bring your shit straight to the house, right? So right now, in terms of, basic needs, they're very accessible to you. However, there are different things now that you're always going to be in a constant competition, of course, with other men, right? With just everything else in life. But the picture that I want to paint for you is that back in those days, we were in competition, whether it was hunting, right? Going out every single day as you wake up. It was a priority for you to be able to have food so that you can feed your family, right? And you could go hunting. That would be like, something that would be on your schedule. Right now, it could be like, going to work, right? Going to work is replaced for going to hunting. We're going hunting, but it's a different type of hunting, right? And that's how you become more resourceful nowadays. Before, back in the days, there was no such thing as, going to work in that fashion. And I'm talking about before the civilization was established as how we have it, even the early civilizations, right? But, when we were fucking living in the jungle, that's the type of times that I'm talking about. There was nothing like that established. It was either, survive and thrive or fucking die. And there was no room for weakness. Nature didn't give a fuck whether you felt sick and you got COVID, so you couldn't go into work. Nature didn't give a fuck about that. All nature saw is, listen, this is the game that you're playing. You got sick, big fucking deal. Get the fuck over it. Go out there and hunt. You depend on it. Your family depends on it. You got to do what you got to do. A man's will, right? And what ended up happening? The men that were actually very well and proficient at hunting, they were actually more readily available to the women because the women would actually want to mate with them. Why? Why did the women want to mate with them? Because they knew that their chances of surviving, if they, coupled up with a man that was a good hunter or a man that was good at establishing or acquiring resources, they would be a lot better off and their offsprings would be a lot better off. So what ended up happening? This in and of itself, how people say don't judge this and that? No, fuck, no judges, bullshit. Everybody judges. Nature judges. This is the exact reason. Nature has always been changing. Otherwise, nature would be the same. Everything would be the same if there was no judgment, right? The person that's able to hunt and is a more proficient hunter and brings back the food, he's more likely to be able to continue to pass on his genes and his lineage. That other man that can't hunt, can't establish the resources, he's less likely to continue his life, to continue to pass on his lineage. He's less likely. So in terms of actual survival for the gene, you have to be the type of individual that can do that. Now, that used to set a lot of men different, apart, right? And other men were, good at other things. However, that from the beginning of time has been a thing. And even now to this day, it's just that we don't hunt the same way. Now it's different, right? Now you could either work at McDonald's or you can be a high level, salesperson or run your own business and make, millions of dollars or whatever the case is. now you have different options at both sides of these scales. And that's what you have to understand as a man, that regardless of where you positioned yourself, right? In nature, it would be either hunting, right? Or whatever the fuck else they did. I could compare hunting because that's a lot clearer for me. Now, moving forward, there are other things that, we're involved in. So as time moves forward, nothing has really changed on how we look at things and how we see things. It's just that we're playing the same game with just different pieces, basically. It's as if you were playing Monopoly, and then as the years go by, the board just keeps getting bigger, but it's still the same concept. So if the board just keeps getting bigger and it's the same concept, all I really have to do is just be the best that I can fucking be, right? Be the best and fuck the rest. So at the end of the day, if that is literally all there fucking is, besides obviously building your character, and there's a bunch of other things that we could talk about, but I want to keep it like this. Yesterday, we talked about how to overcome anything and how to overcome challenges and things like that, right? And this specific datum that I'm sharing with you guys in this very moment, it goes hand in hand with that. Because if you as a man have a hard time either attracting women, making money, whatever the case is, you have to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what's happening? You have to be able to reevaluate your life and understand that tomorrow is not going to be 100%. It's not. And my voice is still fucked up from fucking Saturday, but it's okay. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Now, listen, I know that you've heard this shit from other people. Oh, tomorrow's not guaranteed. You better make it count, this and that. But let me add color to that picture that people have been saying. Ready? The reason why, I'm saying tomorrow's not, don't take tomorrow for granted, is because now is where nature is going to judge you by. Now, when you step out the house, people are going to communicate to you from where you are right now. And that's the difference. If you never change who you are right now, then you're not going to change anything in your fucking life. Nothing. It doesn't matter if you're going to wait till next Monday or next year. You're going to be stuck in this pattern that, like, the majority of the fucking average people that just say, oh, next year I'm going to make this, resolution. And then the year goes by, some shit like COVID happens or whatever, right? Another pandemic or whatever bullshit. And then you completely just give up on what it is that you're doing. Oh, well, I wasn't expecting this and that. That in and of itself is the same character that used to make excuses back in the day when he was in the jungle and why he wouldn't be able to hunt. Oh, my legs hurt today. Oh, this and that. And what would happen to that individual? He would die. You could still see the same shit in nature with the animals. The animals that act as beta animals, they don't make it. They don't get on a government plan and get supported by, we do that shit, right? And we do our best to help them, but they don't like their situation. They don't like their position. If they were in the jungle, those men, they would die. They wouldn't make it. They wouldn't make it. So when men have problems with either mating, making money, whatever the case is, it's because of their character and how they're responding to life. It's been like that since the beginning of time. Now, there was something that happened with your parents that made them successful into passing on, their genes, and now you're here. They figured it out. They figured something out, right? And whether it's more opportunities or whatever the case is, here's how I want you guys to look at things, right? The ability of you passing on your genes into the next life, right? And having a better quality of, or being able to provide your kid with a better life, you being more resourceful, you being a better man, the chances of that and the odds of that are more likely, and they're higher than you not being concerned about this issue and just being like, oh, well, whatever. I'm just going to let life do what it does. And then you're going to live a life where you're necessarily not going to appreciate living a life by default versus a life by design. That's why it's a man's will. I mean, every man's will is to live the best life that he could live. We are programmed that way because of evolution. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. We are programmed to evolve. And guess what? When you get that check, you feel good. Why? Because it's a chance that you're looking at like, wow, I just made this money. Now you have an opportunity to either buy something, evolve, develop yourself in a different way, sign up for the gym, whatever. Like now you're getting more opportunities to become a better man. So when you get that check, you're like, damn, fuck yeah. Now, when you make more money, you get a raise, you feel good again. When you have sex, you feel fucking great. All of these things are incentives for you to understand why evolution is so important, because you are wired for that shit. It's genetically encrypted in your DNA. And because of that, you're going to feel good all the time. Well, I don't want to say all the time because you're still going to be, you're still going to be, going up against shit every single day that, you're not going to expect. And for the moment, you may be like, damn, that sucks. But at the end of the day, all of these things are there so that you can rise above them and evolve as a man. Because now if you can handle any problem that comes your way, those problems aren't problems anymore. And now you as a man have gathered certain experiences where you can now continue to grow, right? So if you have this mindset, you can literally be unstoppable. There's nothing that can fucking stop you unless, you end up dying or some shit. I don't know. Don't get yourself into any of that. But you get what I'm saying. And it's risky. Fuck, it's risky. Yeah, it is risky. But at the end of the day, that's what it takes. Everything is a risk. You think they didn't take a risk when they went to go out and fucking hunt the lion? Go to Africa. They're still doing that shit. Right? They take risks every day. We take risks every day. It's just a different risk, but it's the same concept. And that's what I want you guys to get. All right? That's it for today, guys. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend or anybody that you would deem as, they would find benefit into seeing something like this, a video like this. Comment down below what you guys think. Appreciate all the feedback, of course. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.